dive into a question that's both simple and surprisingly deep. What is money, really? At first glance, money seems ordinary. Just paper, metal, or digital numbers on a screen. But behind every krone or dollar is a fascinating story that stretches back thousands of years. We work for it, worry about it, and use it every single day. But did you know that the first money was actually things like shells, salt, and even giant stones? Money is, at its core, a social agreement. It's valuable because we all trust and accept it. We agree that these notes and coins have value, even though they're just paper and metal. In fact, Norway's first banknotes appeared in the 1800s, and people were skeptical at first. With money, you can buy what you need: food, clothes, or a place to live, without having to barter or trade goods directly. It's a tool for trade, making life simpler and more efficient. Imagine if the baker still had to swap bread for fish. Money lets the baker and fisherman trade with anyone, not just each other. This system makes our modern world possible: fast, flexible, and global. Picture a world without money. Every trade would be a complicated puzzle, trying to match what you have with what someone else wants. If you're a carpenter and want a sweater, you'd need to find a knitter who also needs a bookshelf. That's called the double coincidence of wants. And it's why money was invented. Money solves this problem by acting as a universal middleman. It's also a common language for value. Whether you're in Oslo or Osaka, a price tag tells you what something is worth. This means you can trade with anyone, anywhere, at any time. No need to haggle or barter. Money is the ultimate go-between, connecting people and businesses across the world. You earn money for your work, then use it for anything you want: a sweater, a movie, or a trip to a sunny beach. Did you know the word salary comes from the Latin word for salt, which was once used as money? Money also lets you save the value of your work for later. Ancient civilizations stored wealth in grain or livestock, but today a bank account does the trick. Money has three superpowers. It's a medium of exchange, a unit of measure, and a store of value. First, it's a way to trade. You swap money for goods and services, from haircuts to coffee. Second, it's a measuring stick. Just like meters measure distance, money measures value. A car costs more than an ice cream, and that helps us make smart choices. Without this, shopping would be chaos. Finally, money stores value over time. Sell your house and you can save the money for years, something ancient traders could only dream of. Even though inflation can nibble away at your savings, it's still far safer than storing wealth in grain or cattle. So next time you see a coin or swipe your card, remember, money is more than just currency. It's a powerful invention that connects us all, shapes our societies, and makes the modern world possible. Have you ever stopped to wonder why money is so incredibly important in our daily lives? It's more than just paper and coins. It's the invisible thread that holds our entire society together. The answer is simple yet profound. We need money to survive, to thrive, and to participate in the modern world. Our basic needs, food, shelter, clothing, all come with a price tag. In fact, the United Nations estimates that over 700 million people live on less than $2 a day, struggling to meet even these essentials. Imagine walking into a grocery store and offering to sing a song or trade a chicken for your groceries. It sounds absurd, but before money, bartering was the norm, and it was wildly inefficient. Money changed everything. Now you simply pay and walk out with what you need. The same goes for paying rent, mortgages, or utility bills. Did you know the average person spends about a third of their income just on housing? Money gives us a sense of security, a buffer against the unexpected. It's the reason we can plan for tomorrow, not just survive today. But what if you had no money at all? For millions, this is a daily reality. What would you do tomorrow? How would you face the world with empty pockets? If you got sick, could you see a doctor? In the US, medical debt is the #1 cause of bankruptcy, showing just how crucial money is for access to healthcare. Even getting from one place to another by bus, train, or car requires money. In some cities, a single bus ride can cost more than a meal in other parts of the world. Our entire society is built on money transactions. Every second, over 1.6 million credit card transactions happen worldwide. Without money, you're left out, excluded from the flow of goods, services, and opportunities. You lose access to things most of us take for granted, like medicine, groceries, or even a simple cup of coffee. Planning for the future becomes nearly impossible. In fact, 40% of adults worldwide have no savings at all. Life without money means a return to bartering, constantly negotiating, never certain if you'll get what you need. But money is more than survival. It's about freedom and choice. With money, you decide where to live, what to eat, and how to spend your free time. It's the key to pursuing passions and hobbies. You can invest in education, travel the world, or start a business. Did you know that over 60% of college students rely on loans or savings to fund their studies? Money is a tool that opens doors, literally and figuratively. Without it, your choices shrink. You're forced to accept whatever life hands you. You become dependent on what others are willing to trade, rather than what you truly want or need. With money, you gain the power to shape your own destiny, to chase dreams, set goals, and build a future. On a larger scale, money is the lifeblood of society and the economy. The global economy moves trillions of dollars every single day. Businesses need money to pay employees, buy materials, and innovate. In 2022, global payrolls exceeded $50 trillion. Governments need money through taxes to build roads, run schools and hospitals, and keep us safe. The entire economic system depends on money flowing between people, businesses, and governments. In fact, the world's largest banks move billions every hour. Without money, this complex machine would grind to a halt. Factories would close, shops would empty, and progress would stop. The result? Economic collapse, mass unemployment, and a society that simply can't function. That's why money matters, far more than we often realize. Money is a powerful tool, but history shows it can also unleash some of humanity's darkest impulses. Greed is one of the most destructive forces in our financial systems. The relentless pursuit of more has driven people to risk everything, and sometimes lose it all. In 2008, the world watched as the global financial system nearly collapsed. Greedy bankers handed out risky loans, chasing profits while ignoring the dangers. Millions lost their homes, jobs, and savings. The Enron scandal is another infamous example. Executives lied and cheated to inflate profits, destroying the lives of thousands of employees and investors when the truth came out. When greed takes over, money stops being a tool for good. It becomes a weapon, hoarded by a few while communities and families are left behind. In the desperate scramble for wealth, honesty and kindness are often the first casualties. The 1MDB scandal in Malaysia saw billions stolen from public funds, money meant for hospitals and schools. Greed also shapes the world's wealth map. The richest 1% now own nearly half of all global wealth, while billions struggle to survive. In 2022, Oxfam reported that a new billionaire was created every 30 hours during the pandemic, while millions fell into poverty. For many, even basic needs like food and shelter are out of reach, while the ultra-rich race to buy their next super yacht. This staggering inequality sparks anger and unrest. In Chile, mass protests erupted over rising costs and stagnant wages, fueled by the sense that the system is rigged for the wealthy. The lottery of birth decides so much. Some are born into privilege, with every door open, while others face a lifetime of struggle. This isn't just about luxury, it's about who gets a chance at a healthy, safe, and meaningful life. Access to healthcare, education, and security, basic rights, are too often determined by the size of your bank account. The pressure to make ends meet is relentless. In Norway, nearly 1 in 10 adults report serious financial stress. Every month, millions wonder if they'll have enough to pay the bills or if an unexpected expense will push them over the edge. Sleepless nights are common, haunted by debt, job insecurity, and the fear of losing everything. The World Health Organization links financial stress to rising rates of anxiety and depression worldwide. In a world obsessed with wealth and possessions, the pressure to keep up can be overwhelming and deeply damaging. We risk forgetting what truly matters: connection, purpose, and growth. Things money can't buy. Greed's impact doesn't stop with people. It's destroying our planet. In the Amazon, illegal logging and mining, driven by profit, are wiping out forests at a record pace. Rivers are poisoned, glaciers are melting, and the climate crisis accelerates, all for short-term financial gain. The cost of greed is measured in lost futures, broken communities, and a wounded Earth. We face a stark choice: chase profit at any cost, or fight for a world where people and planet come first. Finding that balance between ambition and responsibility is one of the greatest challenges of our time. Money is like a hammer. You can use it to build a beautiful house, or design the digital foundations of tomorrow's financial systems, or you can use it to smash something, or even exploit new vulnerabilities in the digital age. In the same way, money and crypto can be used to create amazing opportunities. With money, we can fund scientific research that leads to new life-saving medicines, and with crypto, we can crowdsource funding for breakthrough ideas from people all over the world. We can build schools and universities, or use blockchain to make education accessible and affordable globally. giving people knowledge and skills to create a better future for themselves and others. Money makes it possible to invest in new technologies like renewable energy, and crypto can help us trade energy peer-to-peer, making green solutions more accessible. These innovations can help us solve the climate crisis and reward those who protect the environment. It's the fuel that can kickstart big positive projects for all of humanity, connecting people and resources across borders. On the other hand, money and crypto can create huge challenges and make problems worse. Access to money often decides who gets good healthcare and who doesn't, and digital divides can leave some people behind in the new financial world. In many countries, the quality of education you get is directly linked to how much your parents earn, and now to whether you can access digital tools and currencies. This creates a system where those who already have a lot get even more benefits, both in traditional and digital economies, while those who have little are held back, sometimes by new forms of exclusion. Money can build walls between people and create A teams and B teams in society, and technology can reinforce these barriers if we're not careful. This inequality isn't just unfair, it's also harmful to society as a whole, and new risks like scams and fraud can hurt the most vulnerable, because it creates mistrust and stops us from using everyone's talents both offline and online. Money gives individuals the chance to make their dreams come true, and crypto opens new doors for creative and financial freedom. An entrepreneur with a good idea can use money or crypto to start a business that creates new jobs and useful products. An artist can use money to dedicate their life to creating beautiful art, or use crypto to reach a global audience and earn directly from fans. A family can use money to buy a safe home or use new digital tools to secure their future in innovative ways. So money and crypto give us the tools to build the life we want. They give us the power to act and a feeling of control over our own destiny, which is incredibly important for people's well-being and happiness in a complex and unpredictable world. At the same time, focusing on money or digital wealth can make our society colder and more selfish. When everything is about making money or chasing the next big crypto win, we can forget the value of things that can't be measured in dollars and cents, like volunteering, caring for the elderly, and taking care of the nature around us, both in the real and digital worlds. If a forest doesn't make a profit, or if digital land is valued only for speculation, it might be seen as worthless and cut down or left to decay, even though it's vital for the ecosystem and brings joy to many people, both offline and online. The challenge, then, is to use money and crypto as smart tools without letting them become the only goal of everything we do. We need to remember that the economy and technology should serve people, not the other way around. Only then can we unlock the true potential of both money and crypto for everyone. Step right up and enter the wild world of cryptocurrency, where money goes digital and the rules get a little more interesting. We've all used regular money, like dollars or krona. You can hold it, count it, and even lose it in your couch cushions. But in the last decade, a brand new kind of money has burst onto the scene: cryptocurrency. Think of it as the internet's own version of cash. Ever heard of Bitcoin or Ethereum? They're like the rock stars of the crypto world. These are the most famous examples, but there are thousands more, each with its own twist.